Okay, as the Wildcats get settled here, if you have questions, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. And we begin today with questions straight for Coach or for the student athletes, but please identify the person you would like to ask the question to. So we'll start, where are we with the mics? Who's got a mic over here? We'll just start here on the left side and kind of zigzag around.
Coach Wright, CL Brown, ESPN.com. Your offense right now is number 2 nationally in adjusted efficiency. I was wondering if this was something that you kind of built, like how you tinkered your way into constructing, a team that could be this efficient.
Yeah, that's one of the things with this group. Early in the season, we felt like we had a chance to be a really efficient offensive team because everybody was so skilled. And when you have a five-man like Daniel Achefu, who's as skilled as any of the guards, great decision maker, ball handler, passer for his position, extremely skilled. That usually the other guys are skilled, but when you have a guy like that at the 5 spot, you know you got a chance to be pretty good. And I think these guys have really worked hard to fulfill our expectations.
Staying on the left side here.
Ryan, I'm curious what you remember about the last game against Kansas back in November 2013 and the shot you hit at the end of the game.
We knew that was a grinding out street fight type of game. It was not a very high scoring game. I don't think either team had any rhythm offensively. It was a defensive battle. Guys all over the floor and just all over the place rebounding and taking charge and everything like that. But the shot I hit was I think my only shot I made the whole game, and we were fortunate enough to just get the win and get a stop after that.
Bob Ford, Philadelphia Inquirer. Chris, don't want to assume your matchups will let coach the team, but if you are matched up against Ellis during this game or see some of him, what are the advantages you think you might have and some of the advantages that he might have? Or how do you think that would play out if that is part of the matchup tomorrow?
Well, we don't really have matchups. We have 5 guys playing the ball, so I don't really look at that. He's a great player. They're a great team, and we'll be ready. We're looking forward to it.
One of those times you were in front of him, would you be able to stretch him a little bit?
Just play with confidence, play aggressive, and know that my teammates got my back.
Joe Giuliano, Philly Inquirer for Ryan. What are the challenges presented by a Frank Mason, who's their defensive spark plug? What would it be like against a guy that apparently plays with the same intensity as you?
Yeah, we know he's quick. He's a great on-ball defender, and they're a great defending team. And on the offensive end, he dribble penetrates and finds guys, and he finishes at the rim. So he's going to create some problems for us. But like I said before, we're going to have to defend them as a team and just kind of attack his aggressiveness on defense.
This is for Chris. Ken Corbett from the Topeka Capital Journal. At the end of the first half last night, you hit a long three-point shot. Could you just take us through that shot and your awareness of the shot clock and your position on the court, and also just talk about your improved three-point shooting recently?
Well, the shot clock was running low. I think I got the ball with like 3 seconds left, and I just wanted to give us a chance to score, and the shot just happened to go in. And I just try to stay aggressive and make the right play. And recently the right play is just for me to catch and shoot. My teammates do a great job in finding me in the open spots, and a lot of the credit goes to them.
Stay on the left side here, then we'll hit the right.
This one's for Coach and for Ryan, if I could. Callis Robinette with the Wichita Eagle. Both Kansas and Villanova have really rolled through the NCAA tournament so far, playing as good as anybody. I'm just curious, based on the way both teams are playing, do you see this as a true heavyweight fight that you see play out in the NCAA tournament?
We're just it's our biggest game of the year because it's our next game, and we know that they played well throughout the whole Big 12 season. I know we all saw it, and we were playing pretty well throughout the Big East season, and we're going to play with confidence. We know they're going to come in with confidence too, so we know it's going to be an ugly game, and we'll try to make it that way, and hopefully we can get the win at the end.
I know players look at it differently. They're looking at just next game. They're wired in. I see the comparison because I think both of us are playing our best basketball right now, and both of us have played pretty well during the season. So in that sense, I do see it as a heavyweight battle of two teams playing really well. I think both teams are really balanced. They are very, very talented at every spot. They're very disciplined, very well coached. I hope we are. And it's 1 seed, 2 seed, and teams that I think feel very good about how they're playing. So I would say that's a heavyweight matchup.
We have 4 questions on the right side here. We'll just kind of swing around from starting in the back.
Hi, guys. I'd like to ask both Arch and Daniel to take this one. Do you feel like you have a good handle on whatever it is that went wrong in the tournament? And I'm sure it wasn't the same situation each time, but in these previous years, and how comfortable and confident are you that whatever it is, you're past it, you figured it out, and at least that won't, be the thing that gets you again?
Daniel first, please.
We haven't really changed anything we've done based on, our shortcomings in the past tournaments. But, this year, just for myself and Ryan, just because of that last going-around, the intensity has risen naturally. And, our guys like Jalen, Mikhail, Phil, young guys are just stepping up and playing like upperclassmen. And my other fellow upperclassmen, Chris, Josh, and Daryl, they've been playing like seniors. So it's just, just all of us locking in and staying committed to our core values. And, we haven't really done anything different.
I think we've just been focusing on the little things, just taking it step by step, day by day throughout the whole season. And not that we didn't do that the last couple of years, but I think it got to us when we played a little bit more athletic teams. We tried to play the same styles then, but we just have to stay committed to how we play and just try to beat teams with toughness and our smarts.
Howie Casoy, New York Post. Jay, you talked about during the Big East tournament that you wanted to make a run and get to the Final Four as much for these guys as you did for the Big East, that you wanted to help get respect back. I guess now that you are 1 game away from potentially doing that, do you feel that would go a long way to restoring some of the respect that the league had when you were coaching for so many years?
I do. My first responsibility is to these guys, and I really would love to see these guys play in the Final Four. I'm enjoying watching them play and just being along for the ride with them and just watching them really enjoy challenges. They really are fired up, focused. The players have taken over all the responsibility, and that's really fun to be a part of as a coach. You don't get that a lot. And as far as the Big East is concerned, that would be a byproduct of watching these guys be really successful and get to a Final Four. And I think we're a new league. We're gonna go by our record and we're gonna go by our accomplishments. So if we can do that for the league, I do think it would help our respect level. And if we can be a part of that, I'd be really proud to do that.
Right side in the front.
Danny Klinkscale, WHB, Kansas City. Perry Ellis has always been a good player, and this year he's been even a greater scorer. But in the last 8 games, he's taken it to even another level, and nobody really seems to have done anything like crazy special double teams or anything else. I don't expect you to give me your game plan on Perry, but why do you feel like nobody has tried junk defenses, double teams, or whatever? Why do you think that is?
It's a good question, and it's something we've had to struggle with preparing for them. They're very well coached. If you put too much attention on Perry Ellis, they have a system and a scheme to take advantage of that and get everybody else easier shots. And the other players are very talented. So it's not like there's Perry Ellis, for his position, one-on-one is an outstanding player. But it's not like there's a large amount of distance between him and his teammates for their position. So you just can't do it. You got to try to play them straight up. And if you give them too much attention, they have a way of getting, Selden going. Graham gets going. I mean, Graham was the MVP of the tournament, right? The Big 12 tournament. So if you give them too much attention, these guys, every one of these guys can kill you.
Kevin Cooney, Calkins Media. Daniel, I know you're used to this question, but how was the ankle, and was there any problems this morning when you woke up after what happened last night?
My ankle's fine. It was a little sore this morning, but that's just how it's been for the past couple of weeks. I got some treatment, and I'm feeling good. I'll be ready to go come game time.
Tim Sullivan, Louisville Courier-Journal. Coach, you referred to this as a heavyweight bout, and in light of where we are and where you're from, are you Ali or Frazier, and why?
Wow. I was hoping no one would ever ask me that here. I'm a Philly guy. I was always Joe Frazier, with great respect for Muhammad Ali, and especially everything he's done outside of boxing with his life. And we've quoted him, but in Philly, Smoking Joe is the man, the underdog, the fighter, the Rocky. We love Smoking Joe.
Okay, stay on the right here.
Janine Edwards, ESPN. I'll ask Josh and Chris, same question, because Coach had said that he feels all of you, are making your best decisions right now at this point of the season, best decision-making he's seen. What contributes to that? Where does that come from? How has that developed, and why?
I would just say with experience. Coach puts us in the most difficult situations, in practice every day. So just that experience, decision making is on us, being able to go in there and make the right play. Me personally, I got to give Mikal Bridges, a lot of credit. Some days he kills me in practice. Some days I have trouble making the right play against him. His length, he's a great defender. But just the experience, now we got 3 seasons under our belt. Me and Chris kind of like seniors now. So just that experience, just the repetition that Coach pushes, the position he puts us in, really just helping us learn and be able to go in there and make the right play.
Yeah, just like what Josh said, just the experience, and our teammates are unbelievable. They push us each and every day. Eric Paschal, who's a redshirt, who couldn't travel with us, but going against him every day in practice, and in previous years going against Javon Pinkston and James Bell, just battling with those guys and learning from those guys, and of course learning from Arch and Daniel, and just being pushed. Those guys do an unbelievable job of making all of us better.
Let's go left aisle and then left front.
Jerry Ahern, USA Today Sports. For Chris, what does a night shooting the basketball like you had last night do for your level of confidence? And Jay, if you could follow up on what that does, the wrinkle that it gives you offensively.
Well, my confidence stays the same. Just be aggressive. I play off my teammates. Off their energy, off of our defense. So our defense fuels our offense. So my confidence, it never gets too high, it never gets too low. Whether I shoot bad or whether I have a great shooting game, I always believe the next one's going in. So I always keep that mentality.
Yeah, there's one thing to know a guy's a good shooter, seeing him in practice and being with him every day in shooting drills. But it's a different level of confidence for all of us on this dais when you go through game after game in a season and the guy hits big shots every time. The guy goes through some tough droughts but still comes back and hits a big shot at the end. I think Chris's shooting and confidence right now is giving all of us confidence that this guy could just get the ball anywhere on the floor and drill it against anybody, anytime. It's not just because of what he's done in the last couple of games. It's we've lived this for a couple of years now. He's always done this offensively. Where he's really improved is we can really count on him defensively and rebounding. He had 9 rebounds last night against a really good rebounding team. So we can keep him on the floor for long stretches, and he gives us tremendous confidence because he's one of the great shot makers we've ever had.
Left front.
Ruben Frank, CSN Philly. This is for Jay. A lot of you guys talked last night about the first 10 minutes or so of the Seton Hall game and how it kind of was a springboard for these last few games. What was the teaching point from that first half and really just the first 8 or 10 minutes that's kind of applied to these last 3 games?
These guys are smart guys. After the Seton Hall game, we went home and we just looked at, let's look at the first 5-6 minutes of this game. Let's just look at us. Look at our stances, look at our eyes, look at our aggressiveness, and just said, I showed them maybe 3 or 4 clips, and I said, do I have to show you any more? And they all just said, nope. I said, that can't happen to us again. If it happens again, we're going home. And that's all we did. It was that simple. And they just take it. They get it. It's why it's been a great team to coach. They're intelligent. You just show them something, you explain it to them, and they just take it and go. And that's why I said they've owned that now. And they've really started games with great intensity.
The right back, and then we'll go to the right front.
Steve Greenberg, Bleacher Report. I don't want to creep you out, Chris, but I keep looking at your face and seeing what I think is the very start of a smile, but you don't always go beyond that. It's like that. Am I on anything there? I want to ask, is whoever up there will maybe describe Chris, his demeanor, his personality? You guys take a few stabs at it?
I think that's just his face. He always looked like he's mad and wants to smile, but we all know Chris is a great guy and he has a great smile. So just let it shine.
Don't touch me, Josh.
He's a clown. He's a clown. He's putting on a good business face right now. He's one of the clowns of our team.
Danny Klingscale, WHB again. This is for Ryan. You played against a very high-profile point guard last time, and no matter who you play against this time, it'll be the same thing. Your numbers are great. Team's record's great. Do you feel like you get the kind of attention that you deserve for how well you play, or do you carry a chip on your shoulder about it?
No, I think we've gotten a ton of attention, and we appreciate it, but that's not what we try to focus on. Try to focus on each other on the floor, but whether we play well or play poorly, we know we're going to get that attention and people talking about us because it's a big game. But we can't really focus on that, and the matchups is more about our team versus their team.
One more for the players.
Jalen, I'll ask you this one. And hi, Janine, right here. I asked the Kansas players the same thing, so I just want to compare and contrast. How will you guys be spending all the time you have tonight and all day tomorrow? What will you guys be doing? Will Coach have anything planned to keep you entertained or amused? What's the day look like?
I think what makes us so special is that we stay consistent. We do what we do. We enjoy each other's company. We're going to keep everything the same. We all go into each other's rooms, do whatever we got to do before a game, night before a game, and I think that consistency really has helped us. Oh, we're gonna do what we do on normal game days. Come and eat breakfast, just talk to each other a little bit about anything, and once it's time for the game time, start preparing. We get our minds right.
Okay, we're going to let the Villanova student athletes head to the breakout rooms. Be out that way to your left. Yes, sir, you do. Questions for Coach? We'll start here on the left side. We'll get back to UCL. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 minutes.
Jay, I know you're into Big Five history. Two coaches in the Big Five have taken two teams, taken a team to a Final Four twice. Ken Leffler at LaSalle and Harry Litwack.
I wasn't going to get that one.
Okay, well.
I was going to guess.
You still got a passing grade.
All right.
What would
I
it
did
mean?
know Harry Litwack.
Yeah, Harry lasted in 58, so it's 58 years. What would it mean to you to be the third Big Five coach to get a team to the Final Four?
As you know, Joe, I take great pride in being a part of Philadelphia basketball. So anything that we do with the history of Philadelphia basketball, anything that we do means a lot to me. It doesn't. It's not what inspires me, but I usually find out these things from you, and then when you tell me, I love it. I do. I'm really proud of it. I'm really humbled to be mentioned with those names. Harry Litwack. I went to Harry Litwack's camp, when I was a kid. So, it's an honor to be mentioned with those names. Although I would not have known LaSalle and Leffler, I would not have known that. I knew they went, but I didn't think about him as the coach.
Jay, understand that you guys switch and help and everything, and Chris's answer was a good answer. But on those times when he and Ellis match up, if they do match up tomorrow, not assuming that.
I think he doesn't want to match up. I think that's what he was hoping he's not on him. He doesn't want to deal with them.
I just think he was trying not to give a game plan. I don't. But anyway, what are the advantages and disadvantages that you would see in those matchups from both sides? Bill said that he thought, from his standpoint, his guy might have to chase out a little more than he normally does, and he left it for you to say what the other side of that would be.
Yeah.
You know, where would Ellis have the advantage?
I think what's unique about both of them is that they can. Both of them are going to have to chase each other, and both of them can post up. Now Perry can post up deeper and use his size on Chris. Chris has got like a mid-range post-up game. I think Chris might have a little bit better range that would extend Perry. I think Perry's better driving the ball off the dribble. Chris is going to have to contain. But they're both mismatched nightmares, both of them. They are, for everybody. You know, I don't mean just each other, but if you get a small guy on Perry Ellis, he's posting him up. You get a bigger guy on him, and he's shooting if he gives him space, and if he comes up on him, he's driving by him. And Chris does the same thing. And those guys are really, really valuable in basketball. Forget college basketball. In the game of basketball, those guys are really valuable. And both of them are good decision makers. They're intelligent. You know, you see some guys that are good ISO guys, but if you bring help to them or you trap them, they're not good decision makers. Both of them are good decision makers. That's why I'm a coach and he's a player. He doesn't even know that, but he knows what to do when he gets the ball.
I asked Ryan about the last time you guys played each other. I'm curious what you remember about the shot he hit to win the game.
Yeah, I remember that he had not made a shot, and we had a baseline out of bounds late. And we were a really young team, and they were a young team. They were younger than us because Wiggins and Embiid were freshmen, and all these guys were freshmen too. So they were actually younger. And I was thinking, it was early in the season, and I was thinking, who are we going to run this play for? And I really thought, Arch hasn't made a shot. But if Arch misses this shot for game and we lose this game to Kansas, it will not affect Arch at all. Some of these other young guys, if they miss it, it could crush them for the season. That's really what I thought about. The other really unique thing about that game, I think I told Bill this. Wiggins had played, I don't know, maybe one or two games before that, and you know, we were pressing him a little bit. He had 5 turnovers. I think he was sick that day too, and you know, we in the scouting report pumped him up to our guys how good he was, and in the game he had like 5 turnovers, didn't play that well, and I said to our guys, I said, all right, watch this team. I said, you think they turned the ball over and we just beat them? All right, you don't think they're that good? This is why players need coaching. Wiggins had 5 turnovers. I guarantee you by the end of the season, this kid will be one of the top picks in the draft. And the kid Embiid, he got in foul trouble that game. I said, when he gets coached by Bill Self for a year, I guarantee you this kid's going to be a great player by the end of the year. And this team will be a great team. Because they didn't look good then. Guys were sick. And, you know, when teams win a game, they think they're better. And then they watch them. At the end of the year, I said, you see that team now? Is that the same team that played us? They're all like, no. I said, that's why players need coaching. You need to be coached. And it was helpful for our guys, you know, who heard a lot about Embiid and Wiggins to say, well, those one-and-done guys are getting coached. I better listen and be coached. And it really helped our team.
Jay right here. Jay, it seemed like you were, correct me if I'm wrong, you were one of the first coaches on a major D1 level to kind of go to 4-guard or small ball offense. I was wondering if, what in those early years did you see that kind of, you talked about how Daniel opened everything up, and from a personnel standpoint, what did you feel like you were missing then that, you know, you needed to get for, you know, you guys to be able to play the way you're playing now offensively?
You mean, are you saying from when we were 4 guards, what have we changed?
Yes, like how, I'm trying to just get at the evolution of how you've made the offense into what it is.
Well, we went 4 guards out of desperation. You know, our power forward, Curtis Sumter, tore his ACL, and we had a Sweet 16 game coming up against North Carolina. So it was kind of out of desperation, but it worked. And then we said, "Whoa, this is something good here." But we knew it could only get us so far, and we needed a good big guy inside. And when we started to have some success, people started calling us Guard U, and it was difficult to recruit good big men because they thought, "I'm not going there. It's Guard U." They don't. And we said to Daniel Chafer, we had Dante Cunningham, who we actually recruited as a 3-man, and he wound up being our 5-man on a Final Four team. But we couldn't get any big guys to come. And I remember going to Daniel Chafer and saying, some big guy is going to really benefit from playing with these guards because they can't double you. You got all these guards around you. You come play with them. And he's a really smart guy. He really thinks the game. He came in, and we moved Yaru. We also did that with him. And he came in right after Daniel. And that's when we got that big guy in the middle to play with those guards, I think that really solidified us as being a complete team.
Stay on the left, Coach.
Kevin Haskin, Topeka Capital Journal. Coach, how have you seen your defense progress this year? It's been pretty solid. And also, what do you see in the Kansas defense?
Our defense has continually improved throughout the season. And it was a weak part. It was a weakness early in the year. Our rebounding was a little bit of a weakness early in the year. I think we have some young guys, always freshmen, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges learning our system. And then when Daniel got hurt, being able to play Darrell Reynolds and Mikal Bridges more got us some size and length. So that helped our defense. And I think that that's really been the key to our success is being able to play more guys with length and getting more experience. We've always marveled at Kansas's defense for years under Bill Self. They are physical, they are disciplined, and they're very committed. You can see some committed defensive teams, but they don't have the length and the athleticism to get it done. You can see some teams have some good athleticism and length, but they can be undisciplined. They've got the package, and that's why they. What is the record? Is it 12 straight Big 12? I mean, that's absurd. That you can only do that with great defense, not good, great. And to do that consistently, that's what it is. So, I mean, we really respect them for always being one of the best defensive teams in the country.
Go to the right now.
Coach, two-part question. If you could expand, please, on the itinerary for the guys for tonight, tomorrow. No offense to Jalen, it was not a lot of information.
I don't think he knows.
I know. I figured. And then the second part would be, where did the saying "shoot 'em up and sleep in the streets" come from?
What Jalen answered to you was really all he knew. Is we are very boring, and you can ask our guys from Philly. We are the most boring team in the world in everything we do, but we do the same thing all the time. We love being on the road. We actually all the coaches eat every meal together with the team every night. I mean, every meal we all eat together. Coaches, players. We never go out separately as coaches. We enjoy that time we spend together on the road. We talk about life. We talk about basketball, not just our team. So that's what he's saying, that we'll do the same thing. So tomorrow we'll all eat breakfast together. We'll meet a little bit, come back and eat lunch together. We'll watch film. We'll go to our shoot around. We'll come back and rest up. We'll come back, watch film again. We'll have our team chaplain does a little service before each pregame meal. We eat our pregame meal at the same time. We leave to go at the same time. We do everything exact. So it's a boring day, but it's what we do and we love it. What was your second part? I read a book one time, and I think it was Mike Reardon. I mean, is it Mike Reardon? No? But I think it was Mike Reardon. Did Kevin Greavy play for Buffalo? I think it was Mike Reardon. I just read an older NBA player said that saying. Mike Reardon did. Yeah. All right, I'm going to get this because I'm going to know. I'm going to find this out because I read it. And I just loved it. I just loved that saying. And it was that guy was that kind of player. And I think Mike Reardon was. But, and I just stole it. And I just said, I want our guys to, I always remembered as a player, if I felt the coach gave me the confidence to shoot the ball, I always felt like I played better. If I knew he wasn't going to take me out or wasn't going to be mad at me if I missed or if I took a bad shot. So I always wanted our players to have that confidence, and that's what we use it for. And I never want them to fear having that game. If you're going to have a game where you shoot 8 for 11, you can't be afraid to have that game where you shoot 1 for 11. And if your coach doesn't let you do it, you're never going to have that 8 for 11 game. That's our theory. I better find out where I got that. I count on you guys for that stuff. Yeah. I'm going to find this out. I think it might have been in Connie Hawkins' book. I'm going to get it.
In the back, Coach.
Coach Harold Bichard with the Salina Journal. A couple questions. During the course of the season, obviously different conferences, different parts of the country. Are you aware of a Kansas, what they're trying to accomplish? And second question, a couple months ago they inserted Landon Lucas into the starting lineup, and they've kind of taken off since then. Can you just address what you see on tape, what he brings to the table?
You know, I can't tell you who was starting before Landon, but I watch all those games on ESPN, so I've seen so many great, and they've played in some epic battles already. Someone asked me about, I didn't call this a heavyweight fight. Someone asked me that, and I just said, yeah, I could see how you could do that. But they have played in some heavyweight battles in that conference, and you watch them all. If you go look for the games, Iowa State, Oklahoma games, Baylor games, Texas games, it's crazy. Michigan State. But what I do see that Landon does is he knows his role, and he's very intelligent about it, but yet he's talented enough that if they need to go to him, he's good enough to be in Perry Ellis's role. He'll probably be in that role next year. And but yet he's good enough to be in that role, but yet he plays a complementary role where he's always on that weak side block, always offensive rebounding, always makes good decisions. You can go to him as a post-up player. That's what makes them. Someone asked me a question earlier, like, why do you don't double Perry Ellis? He could be that good if that was his role on that team in a different way. He could do it in the post. He's a really talented kid.
Jay, I don't want to misstate this question, because if you go to the Elite Eight, you've had a great season. But can you kind of put into words the difference between the 8 and the 4 in terms of, I mean, these guys might not care because whenever they lose, they're going to be devastated. But if they do. But I mean, from a standpoint of alumni and the community and coaching, when you look back, I mean, the 4 is when they start, painting stuff on the gym wall.
Yeah.
Is there a difference there?
Huge. It's monumental, and it's interesting you say that they don't know it. I hope they don't, because I want them to play this like the next game, But outside of here, and outside of just the game, to get to a Final Four is monumental. It's the whole week leading up for the university is great, for the alumni. In college basketball, getting to the Final Four, for some reason, I think if you're in the NBA and you get to the finals, if you don't win, it's not that big of a deal. But getting to a Final Four it's so big. It's defining. If you played on a Final Four team, I mentioned to our players, all of our young assistants from our Final Four team, the young guys like the graduate assistants, the video guy, they all are major assistants on major college teams. And I told our guys, because people want people that were associated with the Final Four. So it's really defining. It really is. And I hope they don't understand the difference. But if you get there and experience one time, you will know. And if these guys were lucky enough to get there, the guys that come back and play, if they get to play in this game, they'll know the difference, how big it is.
Hi, David Walsh with ESPN. On Wednesday, you talked about the importance of momentum, and I wanted to see what you saw in your team last night when Miami made a run in the first half, really made that game close, and how will momentum affect you guys tomorrow?
Yeah, there's two kinds of momentum. The short-term momentum within a game, which I thought Miami started to get some. We put Josh Hart back in the game. That was our answer to momentum, to get Josh Hart back in there with 2 fouls, and I thought it really helped. And it could have hurt. He could have got his 3rd foul, and they would have kept it going. But after that, I think we maintained it. I think there was a play where Josh Hart had a layup, missed it, got his 4th foul. That could have changed it, and I thought we responded well. So I thought we held on to the momentum. The momentum in a season for us right now is really strong. You know, we're playing good basketball, getting better every game. I think as we talked about earlier with Kansas, I think it's the same way. Just they're on longer momentum. They've won, I think, 17 in a row. That's momentum. You know, that helps too. You know, that helps you within games. So I think that positive momentum for both of us is important. And if either one of us gets it during a game, the others, good teams have a way of breaking that.
Mark Herman from Newsday. Jay, having been here as a coach of a mid-major, what did that do for you? And what advice would you give to someone who is making that leap, like the man who's coaching Rutgers right now?
Getting here at the mid-major makes you appreciate it more than if you only started at the high level. You know, if you've never experienced playing in those playing games, the pressure in those playing games is incredible, in those championship games for the conference tournament. And I've told our staff that. Some of the guys I've been with, Mike Nardi, Baker Dunleavy, they played at Villanova. You know, they've coached at Villanova. I said to them, you have no idea what that pressure is and how much you appreciate going. And when we go to the tournament, I always look at it that way. I look at it as if I was at Hofstra. Like, just don't ever take this for granted. Remember the feeling when you were at Hofstra and you got here, how big that was. And for Steve Peichel, I think that's going to be a real value to him coaching Rutgers, to have that feeling of the pressure. There's no game you play at the high level that's the same pressure as that game. And then to be able to appreciate it when you make it.
Okay, squeeze one more in real quick.
I appreciate that. It's kind of a little bit of a heavy question, I guess. It's about Chris. And, you know, have you had to take any special care with him in a sort of family sense? You know, he's got a different sort of experience than most bring to your program, I'm sure. And a lot of these guys in the locker room, they talk about family. And I wonder if some of that is especially for him, in your opinion, or how you think it, at least what you think it does for him and what it contributes to it.
He really does have a unique situation, but it's a positive one. His mom and dad still stay in great communication with him. I literally text with his mom almost every day. She was a college coach, and it's never today's text was, keep your foot on his throat. It's a coach, you know. She talks like a coach, you know, and she's amazing. And his dad's still real close from him. And then he's got the Brits, who, you know, I see them sometimes at our games when I know North Carolina's playing. I don't know how they figured out. I know they go down to North Carolina all the time to see Nate, but they treat him, you know, he's definitely one of theirs, you know. And so he really has 2 families, and he's a really strong kid. He's got great character because he's got 2 sets of parents that have great character. It's a pure positive.
All right, Coach, we're out of time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
See you tomorrow.